Hello and welcome back to the Spider's Web. We're going to carry on with our salamanders, scouts with sniper rifles. I have been thinking, you've seen me do that one, you've seen me do that one. The exact same process for that one and the exact same process for that one. So I'm going to do them off camera. There's no point in me going through the same thing over and over and over again, because you've seen it twice. I'm not doing anything different. This fella, however, is a slight difference, so I'm going to do him. We're going to be starting off with the Dark Angel Green. Let's get it all done first before we start faffing about. And I'm not going to get a chance to get to Games Workshop today to pick up some more of this paint, so I'm going to have to make do with what I've got. And for this we're going to be using a lot more of it, because there's a lot more space here that is on show and that is actually armour. So I'm going to be not just doing this, but I'll also be going over with a wash, an oil wash, to get into the crevices and to make it stand out a little bit more. There's no shoulder pads on these, but we're still going to paint the shoulders the white. I forgot, it's not actually shoulder pads that these scouts have. It's you don't get the shoulder pads when you become a Space Marine. You don't get them as a scout. It's only the light armour you get as a scout. But hopefully we can do the rest of him as good a job as we can do. So we'll get out a slightly thinner brush and we'll get on with doing the gloves here. Oops. I'm out to practice a bit with the old 40k stuff. I've not done any for a long time, but I'm going to be practicing now, I think. And I think the next series I'm going to be doing is painting the Storm Talon. I'm doing that straight after I finish these, because I'd like to get it done quick. I'd like to get it done soon rather than quick, because I think it looks a nice little model and I'm looking forward to seeing it all put in with the normal Space Marines. Next we're going to have our tin bits, and we're going to go over our eagle or winged skull, rather on the blazing across his chest. There we are. Done. Almost. Just a little bit there that's not covering. That's better, so all that's done. Next job we've got is with Ironbreaker, and that what we did then was the Administratum Grey that we use as the base coat for the shoulder pads. So usually what I'm doing next is go over with Screaming Skull and then with white. So we get the very small amount of paint on the brush, and we just I might as well just do this and then go over again a little bit later with what you call it, with the black and the fang again to highlight. There we are. And next is this thing, which again is there's nothing. No, sir. What was I going to say then? I don't know. Which again is. I don't know what I was going to say then. I shall start that one again. And now we've got the missile launcher, which all we're doing is just dry brushing over with the Ironbreaker. We may add some colour, some more colour to it, or even just do parts of it black later. Let's just see how it looks first of all. There we are. Do the black first for his head. I did go over with to catch it with the metal or the Ironbreaker as I was dry brushing that area. A little bit on his trousers there. And next, this part here in the black, and I'm going to do this part in black because I don't want it all looking metallic. I want some of it looking as though it's either been painted or what, I don't know, but I wanted it either looking painted or there, and there's that bit there that we'll do black as well. And there we are. Because I've just noticed there's a bit on his sleeve here that needs tightening up. There you go. That's that bit done. Now we can go on to the goblin green for his armour. And notice how I've not gone over the armour here with the Dark Angel green because no need to. And we come and we're just doing little bits and pieces. We're not doing every little area. We just want certain parts of this to be the Goblin Green, as it was with the other models. Right. So with this now we have a little bit more room to manoeuvre, shall we say. This area here we can do the majority of it as the Goblin Green, because this is upwards towards any light, and going down here we can stipple it towards the bottom, and we don't need to have as much there. And we do want some on top there. Now this part we can do some of it in the Goblin Green, leave some of the Dark Angel Green on, like for the hinges there of the box that is carrying it. I'm going to work around it and leave the hinges as Dark Angel Green. I'm going to do this part as Goblin Green. That part there is Goblin Green, and this part here is Goblin Green. And now here's, remember what I started calling his codpiece. We'll do that again, the Goblin Green. I think I've got a faulty thingy cable extension lead. I'm going to have to get some more wire for it, because I've got a, it just keeps cutting out when you touch the wire. I know it's wired up properly. I think there must be a tear or some, or splitting the cable somewhere. And now his hands. And what I'm going to do for this fella is, as I said, I'm going to go over with a non-oil wash to go into the crevices and pick out a few things. So I'm not really fussed about leaving areas. I'm trying hard to leave the areas, but if for whatever reason it doesn't go well and I do accidentally go over it, I'm not going to stress out over it, because I said the wash afterwards is going to bring out the dirt that I need. There we are. So that's that done. Next we're going to do his boots and his little pouches and things. And we'll do that as per usual with the Dryad bark. Oops. So yeah, there's no cape on this, so I'm looking now to where all the bits and pieces are that I would normally not see on the others, like the belt strap here that goes around his leg to keep his holster secure. There's underneath his boot, and I think that really is it for the brown stuff anyway. So what I want to do now is go over the shoulder pads with the Screaming Skull. When I see it, there it is. There you go. You know Screaming Skull by now, you've seen it often enough. I don't know why I keep showing you. and that can go all over his shoulder. And I don't really want it to be a full coverage, because it looks much nicer if there's a little bit of previous colour coming through. It looks as though it's been worn, used in battle, you know, like worn away, and that. But there you go. That's the majority of it done. I'm just going to give it the wash now with the Nuln Oil, and then after that let it dry, and when I come back I can highlight and do what else I must do with it. So again, it's Nuln Oil. Oops. And this is just going over the green, nowhere else, literally nowhere else. I'm not going all over everywhere with it. I just want it on the green, just to dull it down a bit and bring out the crevices and everything that's I've gone over. And to be honest, I've done this with all the Space Marines of the Salamanders. I've not done it with these Scouts because there's not much of the green to see, but now I've got a lot of green, I'm going to do it. As I say, it just dulls down the green. I mean, there's nothing stopping me now. Just Insurgent. So there's nothing stopping me going over now. Both of these. So it makes it a little bit darker. And normally over green I would use a brown, but with this I want it to get into the shadows or get into the dips and recesses and make it black. As you can see there, it's gone into that crease at the base palm. No, not base palm, by the back of his hand there, to build up. So there is our chappie almost done. I don't want to do any more on him while I've got the wash on, because I don't want to be putting your fingers on the wash and catching it accidentally and leaving finger marks in him. So I'm just going to leave that to dry, and then when I come back we'll finish him off. Okay, see you in a bit.